What's up, family? If you're outside of the U.S., let me know what country you're representing. If it's your first time checking out the show, this is how we do it, family. You got to let me know what country you're representing. If you're outside of the U.S., let me know what country you're representing. If you're inside of the U.S., drop your name. Let me know what city, what state you're coming in from. If you're outside of the U.S., let me know what country you're coming in from. Let me know what country you're representing. Also, I need you to smash up the likes, smash up the likes, smash up the likes, family. Put it in their face. Let them know it's real. Make sure you share the video if you find it interesting. Put it in their face. Also, if you want to skip the line, you can jump into the super chat. I'm going to go in on this topic and then I'll double back. Check out the chat starting in the super chat. If you have not done so already, you can, after you subscribe, there's a little bell next to your subscribe button. Go ahead and click that thing right now so you can get your notifications each time I drop a new video. That way you'll be in the loop. Make sure you select all notifications. If you don't, you may not receive any. So Diddy went on IG with his friend Naomi Campbell, and they talked about the upcoming presidential election. Diddy say, we're gonna need some commitment. We need a deal. We need a black agenda. No black agenda, in so many words, no vote. In fact, he said he's going to hold the vote hostage. I like how that sounds. Like when you're passionate about something, you know, hold something hostage, anything, hold it hostage till you get what you want. Now, that upset a lot of people in the black community because they feel like that type of rhetoric is going to divide the vote and make people stay home, and perhaps Donald Trump would be able to retain ownership of the White House. Let me play for you exactly what Diddy said so you can judge for yourself how you feel about his words. Let's see, where you at, Diddy? Good thing I got a couple devices here because it looks like this thing is purposely trying to be slow. Boy, the devil is busy, but guess what? The devil is alive.
The black vote is not going to be for free. We're going to have to see some promises. You know, what are we getting in return for our vote? Nothing has changed for Black America. And in order for us to vote for Biden, we can't be taken for granted like we always are because we're supposed to be Democrats or because people are afraid of Trump. It's whoever's going to take care of our community, whoever wants to make a deal. It's business at this point. You know, we can't trust politicians. You know, so we want to know very clearly, just like Trump made it clear that he wanted to build a wall, Biden needs to make it clear that he's going to change the lives and quality of life of Black and brown people, or else he can't get the vote. I will hold the vote hostage if I have to.
You said it here, said it first.
Breaking news. Breaking news.
All right, fam. So here's my critique. I'm in agreement with everything he said, except the brown thing. Black people in this country have a specific set of problems that is unique to us exclusively. And we need to focus on those issues and we need to focus on ourselves. Just like brown people, whoever those brown people are, who focus on themselves when they go in there asking for things specifically for their community. They go in there and ask specifically for them, not nobody else. They ain't talking about, well, oh, by the way, what you gonna do for the Blacks? They don't do that. They go in there and ask for themselves what they want for them. We need people, if you're gonna be speaking up for Black people and you're gonna, use your platform to so-called speak on our behalf, then you're gonna have to speak for us exclusively. Just like everybody else go out and speak, and they have somebody speaking for them exclusively. Then when you start talking about outside of that, we can start talking about all Americans, right? It's all Americans. But everything, first and foremost, starts with us. When I speak, I'm speaking for Black people exclusively. Then we can start talking about, we can have a discussion about Americans, all Americans. Black people in this country got an exclusive set of problems. And many of these problems are systemic. They are a result of direct targeting by government agents, government entities, from mass incarceration to healthcare, to education, to the economy, so on and so on and so on. These problems are systemic, and a president can help make a difference in resolving some of these issues. So that's the first problem that I have with it. The second problem that I have is he wasn't specific about demands. You know, these demands are too vague. Like, what are the demands? You know, I can tell you straight off, for me, out the gate, they need to stimulate the Black economy by investing in small Black businesses, small Black businesses. They need to invest in education for Black children. They need to go in and flip-flop this school to prison pipeline they got going on. Totally dismantle this 94 crime bill that Joe Biden lobbied for and put in place. That they can invest in Black communities. They can stimulate and put money into the Black communities by, you know, investing in infrastructure and encouraging businesses to build in the Black community. These are things that can be done immediately. This is something that Biden could champion. He could go in and hold police officers accountable for riding on the Black community, for targeting Blacks and treating, you know, dealing with Black people totally different than the way that they deal with other people, handling the way they handle situations involving Black people, the way they escalate instead of de-escalate, the way they give other people so much latitude before they decide to use lethal force, and they go right in doing a drive-by on Black folks. The police do a drive-by shoot. They can't even get out of the car good, they already shoot. You dig what I'm saying? That's what he could do. Those are some of the things that, some of the demands that I would make. And I ain't got no problem with Puffy saying that he's gonna hold the Black vote hostage. Now, obviously, he don't speak for everybody. And obviously, he can't just wave a wand and all of a sudden the Black vote is held hostage. He don't have that kind of power. But the power that he do have, he can use to hold a certain block of votes hostage. I have no problem with that. What does that mean when you hold something hostage? That means that you hold it till your demands are met. You hold that vote until your demands are met. And let me tell y'all something, for all you people out there that's afraid, you Black people out there that's afraid that Trump is gonna get another 4 years, if Biden knowing that Black people want demands and he's going in and he's not trying to meet our demands, what do you think he's going to do over the next 4 years if he gets in, or the next 8 years if he gets in? Nothing. So we have survived worse than Trump. We will survive Trump another 4 years if we have to. We have survived every single president in the United States thus far, and we have gotten nothing from none of them. None of them. I'm talking about exclusively for Black people. They have not done anything for not one of them, exclusively for us. Now they have done things exclusively for other groups, but for us, no. And we built this country. So I say we hold the vote hostage until our demands are met. Just like if you somebody go out there and kidnap a human being, and what do you want? FBI on the phone. Well, what do you want? Oh look, let's see. First of all, deliver us 28 pizzas. I'm gonna give me some time to think about this. All right. All right, look. I want a jet, fully fueled, 2 pilots. I need it delivered by this time. I need $30 million. And let's see, what else I want? Oh, I need y'all to release my homeboy's buddy boy in the penitentiary. Let him go. I need him released. I need him released unconditionally. And because I'm going to put him on the plane and we rolling out together. You have demands when you hold something hostage. You have demands and you don't let that hostage go until your demands are met. We got to stop voting out of fear. That's what we do. We're like, well, you know, it's the lesser 2 evils. Man, when you vote for evil, you are evil. No, we need to ride with whoever gonna give us the best deal. Now, just because I'm saying that we're gonna hold these Democrats accountable don't mean we rush our ass over to the White House or rush over to the Republicans, because they ain't got nothing for us either. Keep that in mind. They ain't never had nothing for us but pain either. Where have the Republicans been when all of this gunning down has been going on? All these police out here gunning Black folks down left and right. What have they done for us in the meanwhile? What have they done in terms of education, the school to prison pipeline, healthcare? They ain't done nothing for us specifically either. So let's not get that twisted. Just because we're saying hold our vote and hold these Democrats accountable don't mean that we're saying, okay, we finna run over here and vote for the Republicans. Now, I know some of y'all are saying, well, you know, if you don't vote for the Democrats, then a non-vote for the Democrats is a vote for the Republicans. Man, let them fight it out. Let them fight it out. Get your ass out, going out there and duke it out. I don't give a damn which one of y'all get it. It don't matter, because none of y'all ain't doing nothing for us anyway. Ain't neither one of y'all gonna give us nothing anyway. Y'all not doing anything for us anyway. So y'all can duke it out and we don't give a damn which one of y'all survive. We gonna make it anyway. We gonna get through this anyway. I'll be damned if you gonna get the vote and not do something just because I don't want to hear Trump mouth for another 4 years or look at his despicable looking face for another 4 years. If we're going to keep on giving up the vote for nothing, what is the incentive for any Democrat to ever give us something? We keep voting 90% for the Democrats and they're giving us nothing. So the Republicans think, ooh, I smell blood in the water. Oh, yeah, ooh, that means they're gonna vote for us. Negative. Y'all ain't giving up nothing either. What y'all got for us? What you got for us? Because Trump promised a whole lot of things, and I ain't seen Black life, the quality of Black life get no better in the last 3.5 years. So what do y'all have for us? Y'all in office right now. Y'all got it on lock right now. What are y'all giving up? What are y'all doing for the Black community right now? Not after we hopefully vote for you. What are you doing right now? See, Trump has had a chance for the last 3.5 years to audition for the Black vote. I don't think he's convinced anybody that he deserves the job. So we got to stop voting out of fear. Neither one of them are doing anything. Neither one of them got anything for us. So when they bring something to the table, when they got something, they ready to deal, when they ready to rock with us, when they ready to give us some action, then perhaps we can do some business with them. For anybody who's just tuning in, let me play this clip of Puffy one more time, where he's talking about the Black vote and how it will not be free this year.
The Black vote is not going to be for free. We're going to have to see some promises. You know, what are we getting in return for our vote? Nothing has changed for Black America. And in order for us to vote for Biden, we can't be taken for granted like we always are because we're supposed to be Democrats or because people are afraid of Trump. It's whoever's going to take care of our community, whoever wants to make a deal. It's business at this point. You know, we can't trust politicians. You know, so we want to know very clearly, just like Trump made it clear that he wanted to build a wall, Biden needs to make it clear that he's going to change the lives and quality of life of Black and brown people, else he can't get the vote. I will hold the vote hostage if I have to.
We said it here, said it first.
Breaking news. Breaking news.
Breaking news. Breaking news. Cut the check, sucker. Cut the check. Yeah. Cut that check. We ain't playing no games with y'all. Solo Dolo, I see you. Yeah, cut the check. What's up, Serena? Family, welcome Zakiya, is that Zakiya? Zakiya Israel and Tony Snow, new members to the WillieDLive channel. Show them some love, fam. Be Dizzle in the building. Diddy needs to understand the power of organizing and stop thinking he can move the needle by himself. Diddy had his points. We do need to demand change for our community, but the execution of it has to be done right. It's about turnout. See love, real inner city programs to help the troubled youth. What's up with Liz says, we coming for our checks, you damn Skippy. Serena says, I hate that I get live notifications. What's going on? You sound very angry. I just came in. Yeah, I am very angry. I'm angry at this complacency that we seem to have about constantly doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. You dig what I'm saying? Bowman, what it is. Okay, you're saying you hate that you don't get live notifications. All right, I got you. But I think you just heard the clip that I played of Puffy just now. Solo Dolo says political slavery. Yeah, you dig? That's what it amounts to me. Yeah, no, I'm with Puff on this, but like I say, we need to be specific about what we want. And we need to make sure that, you know, one, that when we're talking about the Black agenda, we're talking about the Black agenda. We're not talking about a Black and brown agenda. We're talking about the Black agenda because the brown agenda could be anybody. We're talking about the Black agenda. That's what we're talking about. All these other groups, when they go out there and they start talking about what they want, they're talking about what they want for them, for their group, and that's it. Ain't nobody saying, all right, thanks, appreciate you. No, what about the Blacks? Nobody give a damn about the Blacks. You dig what I'm saying? So I'm focusing on what we got going on and what we need. And that's where I'm at with it. We need to focus on our agenda. If they ain't got a black agenda, they don't deserve the black vote. When the gays roll, they don't vote for nobody who don't have a gay agenda. Think about what I'm saying. You ain't got a gay agenda, you're not getting their vote. Period. Point blank, period. You're not getting their vote. If you don't have an Asian agenda, you're not getting their vote. Period. Oh yeah, you can have an overall agenda for the country, but you better have something specifically for Asians. If you don't have a Hispanic agenda, you're not getting their vote. Point blank, period. We got to get to that point. We got to understand that. And I think we're there right now, because I'm going to tell you, if they ain't got a black agenda, whoever the next president is, think he's not getting in. The Democrats they're not going to get no free votes this time around. Well, they're going to get free votes, but they're not going to get the numbers that they need free without giving up something. They're not going to get those numbers this time around. So if they want it bad enough, and all of these Democrats out here who are not black, who are against reparations, you don't want the White House to be Democratic again, because it ain't gonna work. Y'all gonna have to stop being selfish and say to yourself, you know what, man, they earned it. That black people did build this country. You're gonna have to be honest with yourself instead of saying, well, I don't want to give them something because, giving them something mean I ain't gonna have something. And, they always figure out a way to come up off that bread when it's anything else. Look how fast they started cutting those stimulus checks. You mean they could do the same thing for blacks if they wanted to, but they don't want to. And it's a number of Americans who feel the same way. They don't want them to. That's hatred. That's jealousy. That has nothing to do with them being righteous. They got every excuse in the world to not cut that check for the descendants of slaves when we built this country and no reparations have ever been made. Reparations is the payment for wrongdoing. That is a payment for a wrongdoing, to settle a grievance. America has never settled that grievance. They have never paid. They have never made a monetary payment to right that wrong. Nah, man. And it's going to be like that for the next several elections. I can guarantee you. Play with us this round and watch what happens the next round. It's going to be the same thing. And I'm going to tell you something else. The movement going to be stronger the next time around because people going to start waking up. People are waking up, man, every day. People are waking up. Like, nah, bro. Yeah, you know what? That does make sense what Tariq Nasheed is saying. It does make sense what Boyce Watkins is saying. That does make sense, what Puffy is saying, what my son, the general, is saying. It makes sense. It makes sense what Charlemagne the God is saying. Like we got to stop just giving it up, for nothing, getting nothing in return. All of these killings, all of these lynchings, all of this mass incarceration, all of this education neglect, all of this stuff has been going on under the Democrat and Republican watch. If the Republicans if the Republicans want to use the whole, well, yeah, y'all blacks been voting for Democrats all this time and look where it's gotten you. Well, you Republicans have had the same amount of power all of these years. Y'all had the same about the same amount of power. What did y'all decide that y'all was going to do for the blacks who was being neglected by the Democrats all this time? What have y'all done? Nothing. Nothing. Nah. The jig is up. The jig is up. Y'all gonna have to bring something to the table. Y'all gonna have to sit down and deal. You got to put a deal together, something that we're in agreement with. We're no longer just listening. We're no longer relegated to only listening to mainstream America. The last, a couple of elections back, we didn't have the voices that we have right now. We don't have to just get our news from CNN or ABC, these liberal networks. We got real voices out here now, and we got followers by the millions. Don't think that we're not going to shake up the election. We're not going to have some influence on the elections. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Believe that. Believe that. Johnny says, no one finds it suspicious that Diddy, who is a billionaire, who has undoubtedly benefited from Trump's tax cuts, here, calling for people not to vote. No, I don't necessarily find it suspicious. You could, but I think he's being genuine because, look, I benefited from I benefited from Trump's tax cuts, but I'm cool with not benefit. I'm cool with giving up some of mine. I ain't no billionaire. I ain't on no level like that. But if you make a certain amount of money, you benefit from those tax cuts. So I benefit from it. And I'm cool with giving up a little bit more, giving up more, paying more, so that the playing field could be a little bit more level. So there are people out there, and I got friends, and I know other people that got it, that's got more than what I got financially, that have said that they're okay with giving up more, paying more, so that the playing field could be a more level. Man, there's only so much money you're gonna be able to spend anyway in a lifetime. Like, you dig what I'm saying? Like, nah, I would find it suspicious if I thought that he wasn't being genuine, but I do believe that dude is being genuine. You know, yeah, I could be wrong, but I doubt it. Diddy can't be trusted. He's not a leader. He's saying some things now, but when it counts in the end, he will go on to say people of color. Well, he already said people of color. I think a lot of times Black people say people of color because, that's just what people say. It's like, and I think because a lot of times Black people think that because all people of color face some type of racism, that we have to speak for everybody. But nobody has our particular set of problems in this country. Nobody comes close. Nobody comes close. And again, we built this country. Nancy Pelosi got the power right now. She's not using it, passing all the stimulus money bills, nothing for minorities. That's Earl Williams' 2 cents. Good point. Good point. Johnny says, I loved your answer, man. You're a real one. I feel like Diddy isn't a real one. Remember, it was his man's gun that killed Tupac. Dude was a snake. Goddamn, Johnny, tell us how you really feel. Yeah, for years, man, both of these parties, you got to think. Anytime one of these parties is calling out another one about the harm or wrongdoing that they may have caused the Black community, they got 1,000, 1,000,000 fingers pointed right back at them. Because you got to think, all of this stuff that's been going on with Black people in this country from day one, no matter what political party you're in, the other political parties, while all of this stuff was going on, they stood back and watched. Not just the politicians, but the people who vote in those interests also. All of them were standing by watching. When Black people were being lynched and they was taking photos and putting it on postcards, and they were hanging out and going out to these lynchings and stuff for like it was like they were going to a carnival on a Sunday, or going to watch a movie. There were Democrats and Republicans sitting there watching Black people get lynched and laughing and drinking it up and having fun. They were not only watching, but they were also participating, Democrats and Republicans. They were participating. And they went home to their Democratic and Republican lovers and families. Both parties have always participated in the destruction of the Black community. Both parties have always been guilty, equally guilty. When they sit around and they decide to redline, to implement Jim Crow, deny Black folks loans, bomb Black cities, implement mass incarceration, undermine Black schools, undermine quality health care in the Black community. The Democrats and Republicans were at the same table negotiating who's gonna get what. You see, this political thing is all about power. So you can't get caught up in who's in what party. It's all about power. That's what it's about. That's why they be at each other's neck, for power. Not because they care about you, one party cares about you more than the other. It's a power struggle. Because whether you have a Democratic chair or a Republican chair, if it's the same title, it pays the same amount of money and it wields the same amount of power. We get that understood, and we understand that when it comes to voting, putting your money behind somebody, supporting somebody, it all boils down. It all boils down to what you negotiate. It all boils down to a deal. Everybody cutting deals. Everybody watch the same channel. WIFM, what's in it for me? Everybody watching the same channel, everybody. Everybody listening to the same channel. WIFM, what's in it for me? Big Mama, government approved over $2 trillion for a few weeks of a virus. They owe $25 trillion plus for centuries of murder, rape, forced labor, kidnapping, gentrification, poor health care, redlining, and loss of generational wealth transfer. Yeah, and they got it, and they know how to get it. If they ain't got it, they know how to get it. They're about to approve another like $5 trillion. So they could come up with the 25 trillion if they wanted to. And the thing about it is that if they paid that money that money is going to stimulate the economy because you know a certain amount of black people are just going to go on a buying spree. But others are going to invest. They're going to use that money that they've never had a chance to get because of systemic racism and the way that this whole thing is set up. They're going to use that money. For the first time, they'll have a lump sum of money where they can take and invest. And whether it be a home or a business, they're going to be able to invest, or stocks or whatever. And it is going to close the wage gap some. Even if only 10% of blacks took the money and did the right thing with it, that is a huge benefit for the black community overall. We need that money. Cut the check, sucker. Yeah. Andrew Walker, remember when the Democrats had the majority under Obama? They did not make it that easy for Obama. We also have to be aware of the referendums and our local leaders for the block captains and the state legislation. Yeah. Absolutely, the state legislators, absolutely. We got to be on it, man. It's time. And it's time to pay attention to those local elections. Let's not just be thinking about the president. When it's time to go to vote, it's more important who you vote for on a local level, because you'll see immediate impact from your vote on that local level. And local and state, that's where the action is. If you get excited about voting for a president and you're not excited about your local elections, you're spinning your wheels. You're misinformed. You're unlearned. You really are not doing yourself or your family any kind of justice if you're skipping over local elections. All right, family, one more time for the people just joining the broadcast. Puffy was recently on a video with his friend Naomi Campbell, and they were talking about the election. Puffy said that he's going to hold the vote hostage. The black vote will not be free in this election cycle. His words. And here's Puffy.
The black vote is not going to be for free. We're going to have to see some promises. What are we getting in return for our vote? Nothing has changed for Black America. And in order for us to vote for Biden, we can't be taken for granted like we always are because we're supposed to be Democrats or because people are afraid of Trump. It's whoever's going to take care of our community, whoever wants to make a deal. It's business at this point. We can't trust politicians, so we want to know very clearly, just like Trump made it clear that he wanted to build a wall, Biden needs to make it clear that he's going to change the lives and quality of life of Black and brown people, or else he can't get the vote. I will hold the vote hostage if I have to.
You said it here, said it first.
Breaking news. Breaking news. The black vote.
Now, the thing about that is that, again, I disagree with his assessment of, Black and brown. We need to focus on Black and Black only. And, the second thing was, what was it? I said the Black, what was it? Black vote. He said brown, Black and brown. And then
The black vote is not going to be for free. We're going to have to see some promises. You know, what are we getting in return for our vote? Nothing has changed for Black America. And in order for us to vote for Biden, we can't be taken for granted like we always are because we're supposed to be Democrats or because people are afraid of Trump. It's whoever's going to take care of our community, whoever wants to make a deal. It's business at this point. You know, we can't trust politicians, you know, so we want to know very clearly, just like Trump made it clear that he wanted to build a wall, Biden needs to make it clear that he's going to change the lives and quality of life of Black and brown people, or else he can't get the vote. I will hold the vote hostage if I have to.
You said it here, said it first.
Breaking news. Breaking news.
Yeah.
Black vote is not going to be for free. We're going to have to see some promises.
All right, so I guess the main thing, the other thing that I really want to say was that no one person can hold the black vote hostage. Puffy has a lot of followers, and he'll be able to have some influence on those people, on a certain amount of those people, but no one person is a spokesperson for the Black community. We made those mistakes in the 60s. We don't need one leader. We need leaders, and everybody needs to be a leader. You dig what I'm saying? Like, and so the black vote is not for free. It's not going to be taken for granted. Kamala Harris figured that out kind of late. But I will say that I am surprised that Joe Biden made it this far with the way that he had really lived his life prior to getting down with Barack Obama. And even after he got down with Barack Obama, you know, that crime bill alone should have kicked Joe Biden out of the race. He should have never gotten anywhere close. But I think that a lot of older Black people voted for him because he was Barack Obama's boy, and for no other reason. So anyway, get back over here. Malevolent says, no Black vote without tangibles. The Democratic Party gets our vote unconditionally, and this has to stop, period. Absolutely. Yeah, I'd be very surprised if he was able to emerge as the winner in November without a Black agenda. I would be very, very, very surprised. Man, itchy. Organize, Big Mom says, organize protest of election. Write in B1 Black reparations in the presidential candidate portion of the ballot so they know what we demand and can't pretend we are lazy for not voting. Let other groups feel the loss of our support. Yeah, if they're not gonna give us a Black agenda and we decide to stay home, I bet you they give us one next time. I bet you they give us one next time. Republicans might even give us one. They'd be like, you know what, man? Shit. How many votes is that? What is it? In fact, let me get that count. Let's get the count here. All right. A record 137.5 million Americans voted in 2016 presidential election. Now let's see what that black vote looked like. They say the black vote declined in 2016 for the first time in 20 years, falling 59.6% in 2016 after reaching a record high 66.6% in 2012. That was the largest decline on record for the black vote, 7%. Okay, so we had 16.4 million people, 16.4 million black votes in 2016. So we had almost a million, we had about almost 800,000 black people short from the previous election cycle in 2012. So 2016, 16.4 million black people. Now imagine this, family. Imagine if 16 million black people decided no black vote, no black agenda, no black vote. You got 16 million votes sitting over there. And let's say the Democrats lost. What would happen the next time around in 2024? What do you think would happen? They know they got 16 million votes over there, cocked and loaded, but they can't reach those 16 million votes unless they give the blacks what they want. All of those other Democrats that's been holding their nuts on black folks from getting reparations, they'll be like, fuck it, man, just give it to them, man. Just, you know, like, let's just give it to them, man. You know, let's let them have it. That's what would happen. Or the Republicans would be like, man, we'll take that 16,000 votes. What y'all want? Okay, we down. That's what would happen. But let's just say half of blacks decided, you know what, I ain't gonna be on code. I'm going to vote anyway. And then they still lost. And you got another 18.3 million black votes. You got what was it? What's the number again? 16.4. So you got another 13.2 million votes, a block of 13.2 million. I mean, not 13, I'm tripping, 13. I'm math way off. But you got 18.2 million. 18.2 million blacks decide, you know what, we staying home. So now, what do you think happens if the Democrats lose or even the Republicans lose, and they know it's 8.2 million votes right over there. If I just offered them what they want, if I cut a deal, I can get 8.2 million. Remember, Hillary Clinton lost the election by the popular vote 3 million. Well, actually, she led the popular vote by 3 million. Think of 8.2 million people. You can get that vote. You can get that block if you play ball. That's a lot of votes. That's a lot of power. I know they'll play ball. Yarley Morris, black people need to stop caring about symbols and care more about tangibles. Also, the black women, please stop. I ain't gonna read all that, bro. Hey, you can't come over here, dog, with that hanging, you know, that disrespecting black women shit, bro. We don't do that over here. Not at all. Hey, that ain't gonna be tolerated, bro. That is not going to be tolerated over here. Yeah, so you was good till you went into the black women insult thing. But yeah, but I do agree that with him that we, black folks need to get over symbols. Damn their symbols. We need tangibles. Because for the last, I don't know how many years, voting Democratic has been a symbol. That's it, a symbol. You've seen a number of Democrats and liberals who are in office get caught using racial slurs over the last few years, saying all kind of despicable stuff. So that ought to tell you right there, just because they're a Democrat don't mean they're for you. Just because they're a liberal don't mean that they're not racist. OG Swag, Biden wrote the crime bill that locked up black people for petty drug offenses. His own son is a crack addict, been in and out of rehab and never spent a day in jail. Ain't that some irony for you? But he locking everybody else kids up. He locking your mama, your daddy, your grandmama, and everybody else up. But his son a crack addict. Crackhead. Come on, fam. Oh, wait, what's up, C-Love? Yeah, we waking up. We waking up, baby boy. We're waking up. Every day we're getting more and more people that's waking up. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, my head is talking about. Rated J, I'm not voting for no one unless they're talking about tangibles for blacks only. Alton Russ says, without addressing my concerns, the country deserves more mess with Trump. They created him. Yeah. Give him to him. Let him sink even more. Marvin Watson says, stop fronting, you're going to vote for Biden. You know what, man? I was going to block you, bro, for being disrespectful. But I'm going to go ahead and give you the benefit of the doubt and just chalk that up as somebody that's with some dry humor. I'm just going to chalk it up to dry humor. You obviously don't know nothing about me, bro. Nothing. Big Brown spending all that money and we don't benefit nothing at all. Ghetto God says, I need that check. Pimp a fro, cut the check, no tangibles, no vote. All right, fam. All right, so here we are. I'm gonna shut the live down, fam. I'm gonna give out a few more shots first. Throw those shout outs out there and then shut this thing down and jump into the chat with y'all. Again, fam, show some love to the new members, the newest members of the channel. Zakaya Israel, Tony Snow, B Dizzle is in the building. B Dizzle, B Dizzle, B Dizzle. See love, I see you. What's up with Liz? It's in the building. Liz said you're coming for that check. I believe her. Serena Santiago, always riding with me. Serena, I appreciate you. Bowman, Solo Dolo, Johnny H, Serena. They can cut a stimulus check just like that, but no reparations. Nah, they got it. Solo Dolo. Well, y'all don't trust Diddy, do you? Johnny H, Earl Williams, Big Mama, OG Swag, Yardley Morris, Solo Dolo. That's what's up. I appreciate y'all for tuning in, fam. You know, as always, y'all be careful out there. Take care of each other. Love on each other. And, you know, be the very best that you can be. You dig what I'm saying? It's a whole world out there. Go conquer it. Till next time, fam. No more talk.